Turning now to the health headlines, and dominating those headlines is the Zika virus. Here to help us sort things out is Dr. Benjamin Chan, New Hampshire state epidemiologist. So, Dr. Chan, could you start by telling us what the new developments are right now surrounding Zika virus?
Sure. Thanks for having me. Let me first start off by saying and reminding people that Zika is a virus. It's transmitted by mosquitoes that have been infected with the virus, and we do not have those mosquitoes here in New Hampshire. Some recent developments also include from the CDC a report and an update about the sexual transmission risk of Zika. People can transmit Zika through sexual contact, so a man can transmit Zika to his sexual partners if he's infected. A female can also transmit Zika to her sexual partners if she's infected. The big headlines this week were that on Monday, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, or the CDC, announced that there was a small neighborhood in North Miami, Florida, where there were found to be local cases of Zika, so cases where people acquired the infection from local mosquitoes. These are the first cases identified in the continental United States. Prior to this, people had to have traveled to Central, South America, the Caribbean to get infected.
So if I'm a New Hampshire resident, which I am, I guess, what should my concern level be here? Obviously, you were saying that the mosquitoes aren't here, so I'm guessing
Correct.
that travel is when you have to be very wary of this.
Right, and again, the main way people are going to get infected are through travel to areas where Zika is circulating in the mosquitoes. Also, the sexual transmission is a risk, so people that may have sexual partners that travel to areas where Zika is being transmitted is of concern. It is important for people to realize that the majority of infections with Zika are going to be asymptomatic, meaning no symptoms or very mild symptoms such as fever, rash, joint pains that get better on their own. The main concern with Zika is in pregnant women. There has been a connection between infection during pregnancy and risk to the fetus or the unborn baby, specifically birth defects, serious birth defects, including developmental abnormalities and brain abnormalities.
What steps should Granite Staters be taking to keep themselves safe? Any specifics?
Yeah, so everybody should take precautions against mosquito bites, whether they're living in New Hampshire or traveling abroad. There are other infections that can be transmitted through mosquitoes. In New Hampshire, we have Triple E and West Nile virus. We don't have Zika. But specifically, again, the concern is in pregnant women. So pregnant women that travel should avoid areas where the Zika virus is being transmitted. Pregnant women who have sexual partners that have traveled should also take precautions and either avoid sex or use barrier protection for the duration of pregnancy. And then if pregnant women have traveled to an area where there is Zika during her pregnancy, she should talk to her healthcare provider, because there are screening methods and testing recommendations for pregnant women.
Right, and quickly, we're still a ways off from a vaccine on this?
Correct. This is something that's being researched. The last I've heard, they expect to hopefully have some trials going by the end of the year. But a full vaccine, it's a number of years off.
All right, Dr. Benjamin Chan, thank you so much for your time.
My pleasure.